Not good. What I did is I was sitting up and I was thinking on this morning and thinking about the very first marriage. What was the very first marriage? A lot in growing up, I've always heard the very first marriage is Adam and Eve. And that's when God created Adam. Adam was in the garden. And then in Genesis 2:18, God said, it is not good. It is not good for man to live alone. My question is this, because I was thinking about this, and please go ahead and drop your comments. First of all, before I get into it, thank you all for the comments. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm like, oh my God, wow. But let's go ahead and get into this. So it is not good for man to live alone. Got it. God created Eve. Got it. Okay, to be Adam's helpmeet. Got it. Now my question is this. How many have ever, how many of y'all have ever prayed for your spouse? Meaning, okay, God, I'm single. God, I desire to be married. God, who did you create for me to marry? How many of y'all have ever prayed for your spouse? Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know I have, because guess what? I'm the type of person, and I always had the mentality that I didn't have to go through things over and over and over and bump my head over and over and over again to get it. Now, I'm not going to say anything mean. However, when I was, I guess you can say, in the relationship with a person before my husband, I said, God, guess what? I don't have time, God. I don't have time for all the foolishness, the drama. Let me just go on ahead with my child, take care of my child, whatever the case may be. God, if you desire for me to be married, you bring that man to me. And that's exactly what I said. I promised before God on my kids' right hands to God. That's exactly what I said. I said, God, you bring that person to me, because guess what? I ain't got time for this. And at that time, I had a bad attitude and everything too. Come on, keep it real now. Keep it real. Some of y'all out there. Okay. But anywho, so I was like, no. So I'm going to be honest with you. When my husband found me, and like I said, I wasn't really studying him. I mean, kind of know the story, whatever the case may be. I was like, and he was like, I like you. You know, I want to be with you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at him like, boy, please. I was like, I don't have time. I really don't. I'm about my child, taking care of my business. And he was like, no. I really like you and this, that, and the other. So this is what I did. This is a part B to it. I went back and I said, God, if this right here is the man that you want me to be with, this one, I need a sign, Lord. And trust and believe. I know some of y'all ask, I'm hoping God give me a sign. God, is this of you? And I'll tell you why I'm saying all this here in a minute. I said, I need a sign, Lord, because what I prayed to God for was somebody who was similar to me. I grew up in the country, okay? I grew up in the country, so I wanted somebody who can relate to where I didn't want a millionaire. I didn't want to be married to a millionaire. See, that's what a lot of folks is. I want a millionaire, so I ain't got to go out and work and get a job. No. You might want to pray for God to send you who he created for you in marriage, and somebody who's compatible to you in marriage. Me and my husband are not just alike, but we have some similarities. So with that being said, when I pray, I said, God, I need to know if this joke for me. Now, I pray for somebody from the country who can understand. This brother don't even sound like he from the country. He speak proper English. God, come on now. And so I said, God, show me a sign. So when I went back to my boyfriend then, I said, okay, so yeah, you want to be with me and everything like that? I said, what you know about the country? He said, I'm from the country. I was like, I said, okay, so what you know about that poke salad? Because everybody that's from the true country know about that poke salad. And he was like, I know about that poke salad. He told me, this how you cook it, this and this. I was like, oh, Lord, I thank you. Hallelujah. Okay? Because, see, what we do is we mess up. We mess up a lot. And then we'll do things over and over and over and over again. But guess what? If we seek God first, like I always say, then we don't have to go through those unnecessary trials. We do not. Let's be honest. How many of y'all was dating someone in your past, right? And then you just so happen to run across them, and you just say, Some of y'all probably start shouting, Lord, I thank you, hallelujah, that you ain't got me with that joker. Oh, Lord, I thank you. How many of y'all was like that? Huh? Let's be honest. Because God saved you. God held you back. God put an inkling in your spirit to say, this is not who you should be with. Now let's flip over to something else real quick. We have to know who we are in marriage. We have to know who we are in our singleness before we even get married. Because if we don't know who we are, how can we expect somebody to fulfill us if we don't even know what we want? Okay, so this is where a lot of the problem come in. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I like to eat. I don't know but we expect that other person, like I said before, to have that telepathy and read our mind. No, we need to be whole and complete in ourselves. We need to be whole and complete in God. So that way, when we step into that marriage, what is the person bringing to the table? Now, I'm going to be honest. When I used to teach my teens in the church, they're grown now. My babies are grown now. And they talk about get to dating and all that. Miss Shan, what you think about dating and stuff like that? This is what I think. We do more research on, like I said, a car, making sure it's good, than we do the person that we about to put a ring on our finger we move in with. Okay? We do more research on the bank institution that we're going to get our home loan through than we do that the person. The only time we ever, now I guess everybody's doing this internet, blackpeoplemeet.com, Christian Mingle, farmersonly.com, whatever. I guess people are doing all that, but hey, whatever. You know, maybe God led you to that, so I ain't going to say nothing. But in saying that, what do you desire in a marriage? What is have you ever sat down and spoken with a person that's about to put this ring on your finger, or even those that are married now? You could be married 20 years and said, okay, this right here will be a deal breaker for me. This will be a deal breaker. That'll be a deal breaker. If you do this, trust and believe, I had some deal breakers. It's some things that I grew up in my household that I didn't want to deal with in my marriage. And it would be some deal breakers, some things that I seen. What are your deal breakers? Are you expressing that to the person that you're about to marry? See, these are things that single people need to think about right now. And that's the discussion that you need to have. Another thing is seek marriage counseling. Seek that premarital counseling. A lot of people don't want to do that. Oh, it ain't nothing that a man can tell me and this and this and this. Oh, no, boo-boo. No. Because if you seek that premarital counseling, then guess what? You won't have to go through that unnecessary headache. That's the whole purpose of premarital counseling. You really get to know your spouse. See, a lot of people don't want to go because, I just want a ring on my finger. I want to walk down out. Here come the bride. Hey, girl, you looking good. Hey, girl. Yeah, girl, I know, girl. No. Because trust and believe, after the marriage is over and the honeymoon is over, yeah, life is going to really begin. So seek that premarital counseling. That'll help in a lot of headaches when it comes to, because trust and believe, you won't have to go down a divorce road. So, I mean, it may be some people on here to say, dang, Shan, yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? I should have seeked that premarital counseling. We don't have to treat marriage like a buffet. Okay, yeah, right now I want this rotisserie chicken. I'm going to marry that rotisserie chicken. Okay, the chicken ain't good to me no more. So let me go on ahead and, yeah, I'm going to divorce you and I'm going to go over here with these garlic potatoes. I'm going to marry that real quick. See, that's how people are looking at marriage. People are taking marriage as a joke. That's why less and less people are getting married. Marriage is not a joke, okay? And then this is another thing. Thank you, Niecy Pooh. Thank you, Tail. It's another thing. We need to go ahead and not only seek counseling, but we need to receive wise counsel from wise people. That's what we need to do when it comes to those that are in the marriage. Quit sitting up here. Okay, look at a person's situation. Let's flip back to what I was just talking about. Look at a person's situation. Look at what you're getting yourself into when it comes to this marriage. Because like I used to tell my teens, and I might have been a little excessive, but I was real with them. You need to know a joker's credit score. Yeah, what do your labs look like? Oh, okay. How many baby mothers do you have? How, baby fathers, whatever the case may be. How much are you paying in child support? I mean, I understand a lot of people say, oh, well, that's not important. We'll figure that out when we get married. No, because it becomes important. You need to know how many previous mothers of the children that you got to deal with. What is your relationship like? I've heard a woman say, a man that respects the mother of his children, even though he's not with the mother of his children anymore, that's a good man right there. So how many of y'all actually dig into that? I need to know, because I used to tell my teens, find out when that joker's last lab test was. Okay, yeah, turn your head to the side and cough. Yeah, like when you go to a doctor's appointment. You need to know these type of things before you walk down the aisle and say, I do. Because if we know this will prevent divorce. Don't sit up here and try to have this big fancy wedding that many can't afford and all this other stuff, and then it ends up in divorce in the next few months. That's if you don't get a annulment in 30 days. Marriage is a serious thing. So I know I said all that jokingly, but I am so serious. We need to give more research to what we're getting into when it comes to marriage. You know, ask the person that you're marrying, what are your goals? Both people should be bringing something to the table when it comes to marriage. And God should always be first in a marriage, no matter what. Always be first in a marriage, no matter what. If you think that you can have a successful marriage without God, I'm here to tell you, it could be very difficult. So don't choose the hard road. So on today, you know, if those who are contemplating getting married, think about that. Those who are married, and know this too, even if you're married, when you are married, because like me and my husband are going on 18 years of marriage in December. So the 20-year-old that I was back then is not the 38-year-old that I am now. When you go through marriage, you're going to go ahead and you're going to mature and you're going to grow together, and you're going to attain and reach goals together. God will continue to bless that marriage if you put God first. So everyone, go ahead and have a blessed day. Whatever God put on my heart for marriages on tomorrow, I will be back. The enemy has been trying to stop this. But like I said, this is a mission from God. So please go ahead. Feel free to share. Feel free to comment. I thank you. I love my Facebook family and I love my Facebook friends. You all give me motivation and inspiration even more. Have a blessed day and blessings to you.